Okay. Hello and welcome everyone to Happy Hour. Lovely to be with you and hear your hellos, see your faces. So for tonight's practice, I wanted to bring in this framing, something that I learned recently. And it has to do with natural sciences. It has to do with the way that our minds work, our brains work, our body works. So the visual system as an example of how we process information. In the past, scientists thought, and when we do kind of naive reasoning, we think that, okay, there's an object in the world and the visual processing, the cones and rods, and we process the shapes and colors and lines, and it's all sent to the brain for processing, and we go, aha, it's a cat, right? That's the way naive biology. But it actually turns out that scientists have discovered that there are more what's it called? Not neurons, but these long, there's more information sent from the brain to the eyes instead of from the eyes to the brain. There are more pathways. That's the word I'm looking for. There are many, many more pathways from the brain sending down information to the eyes instead of eyes to the brain. Like, okay, so scientists first realized this. It's an interesting quandary. Like, why is that? Like, that's surprising. And yet, when you think of it, it makes sense, because if our information processing as humans, we had to process all pieces of information fresh and fresh and fresh, it would be so inefficient. And nature is very efficient. So guess what? The brain actually is sending down expectation for what it expects to see to the eyes, and the eyes are just seeing the difference. It's actually very similar to many computer algorithms for image processing, that you don't always process. If you're processing, say, a video, you just process the differential. If there's a movement, like, oh, you only process that, or you don't have to process every frame over and over. So it's just your expectation. So basically, what the implication that this has for us as human beings is that we construct our reality. We know this, and yet this is such an interesting example where our brain is constructing our reality through its expectations. We expect to see maybe a cat because we just perhaps processed the cat, or this is the animal we expect to see when we open the door. And that's and not only with our visual system, in the world, the brain sends us to our processing systems what it expects to see, and then our processing system gleans the information to support the suggested delusion that our brain has. So this example of the visual system is so interesting and radical, and yet it's the same with how we process information otherwise in the world. So if we are looking at the world, the sense of, okay, this person is mean to me, and the world is a mean place, an unfriendly place, an unkind place, well, guess what we're going to see? Guess what we're going to pick up? And yet, if we expect kindness, oh yes, the world is a kind place, this person is kind, I am kind, I see my own goodness, guess what we see? Guess what we perceive? So our perception is based on our expectation, in the most fundamental way, in many ways of processing. I just bring up the visual system as an example. So we create our own reality. And not only physicists and natural scientists, this is the new way of thinking, but also, of course, philosophers and contemplatives. We create our own reality. So let's create a reality that is kind. Let's set up these expectations that are kind, that are generous, that are onward leading. Let's set these expectations for kindness, for goodness, for goodwill. So that is the part of our training in this practice. In happy hour, we train ourselves, our habitual patterns, our expectations, our set point, however way you want to relate to it, to be one of goodwill, kindness, so that's how we act, that's what we perceive, that's how the world becomes through our perceptions, through our set point. So enough of a framework tonight. So let's set the conditions for goodwill and kindness. Let's, actually tonight I think I want to do gratitude and appreciation, seeing the good in the world. So let's do that. So let's practice. Let's settle. Let's arrive in our bodies. Arriving, settling. So always first with the breath, with the body. Arriving. Receiving the breath with appreciation. All the sensations of sitting, feet touching the earth, hands touching our lap, sit bones on the chair. And let's be silent and just settle, relax the body, connect with the breath appreciatively. And if there are thoughts arising, thank you, not now, giving my heart to this practice right now. Just letting the breath be received in the abdomen. How lovely to be able to sit and breathe. Sublime. Receive each breath in this body with appreciation, as if a new beginning. And we receive the sensations appreciatively throughout the body. This feeling of being alive. Through these sensations, we know we're alive. And we appreciate every exhale, letting go a little bit into relaxation. Now, can we turn, expanding the sense of presence, as if our breath was a little wider, not just through our body, but a little wider. The breath is breathing us. We're sitting in this space, spacious, being calmed, soothed through the reverberations of our breath, beyond our skin. And now, as we sit, feeling the sensations spaciously being breathed, the spacious container, opening our heart, inviting something that we appreciate to waltz in, not going out and searching for it, but just opening the door, letting it gently saunter in, be something close, near, just maybe your breath, with the sense of being able to sit upright. Something we usually take for granted. Or let this goodness of whatever it is has waltzed in. Let it fill your heart. Relish with each breath. Keep connected to the breath. Relishing, appreciating. Staying connected with the breath and sensations. The spacious container, relax the body with ease. inviting something else to waltz in to your heart. Spend time with each item, with each guest, so there's not too much switching here and there, which can imbalance the mind. Settle, stay with something for a little while. Then, in your own time, invite another guest to come in and be appreciated. Another gift into your heart. And now, can we invite something about ourselves to appreciate? We often focus on what we don't appreciate. We judge ourselves, but turn, invite something we appreciate about ourselves, what we're doing or not doing, how we're being and not being. seeing the good. This person who is me doing their best, and us appreciating this effort. And now turning, opening up to perhaps aspects that are somewhat challenging or have been challenged. Maybe not the most challenging items, but some things are challenging, and seeing the gift, seeing the good in between. And I feel grateful for this too. Can I? Is it possible? And if the answer comes back no, it's okay. Don't push it. Move on to something else. But ask the question, can I? Not possible. Imagine the situation that may not be the easiest for you right now. For someone else in a completely different situation, this would be an absolute blessing. For example, if your work is very heavy, very demanding, you're tired. Someone else who doesn't have a job would love to be in your shoes. Can you appreciate the good? Not to condone the challenges, but to see the good. And as we bring this meditation session to a close, can we appreciate ourselves? This opportunity offered the community through technology, all the amazing causes and conditions that have come to be. Appreciate all of this and are showing up. We open our hearts wide and appreciate all of that, giving it a big appreciative hug. And sharing our blessings, our goodness, our gladness with all beings everywhere. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free, including ourselves. Oh, you may still not have heard I think there was still a problem with the audio. Did you hear the bell? No. No. Okay, let's try that again. Yes. Mm, lovely. Thank you all for your practice. So let's move things around a little bit. I'm going to open the chat, but what I'd like to invite us to do, actually, instead of sharing reflections, inviting your reflections now, let's move into the small groups now, and we'll save space at the end for reflections. Just trying something a little different. So the invitation for the small groups is we'll do a round robin, going around and around. And actually, this practice can be so joyous. Yes, thank you, Neil, also for posting the survey information again, in case you lost the previous link. So the invitation for the small groups is what are you grateful for? You can share one thing. What are you grateful for? It can be anything. What are you grateful for? the next person will share something, and then the next person, and they'll come to you, and just go around and round. And this practice can be so happy making. So there's such a sense of, yeah, abundance, such a sense of abundance, both holding one's abundance and and witnessing others, supporting others. And of course, you can say pass, just to hold space, just offering from your own experience, not asking, not querying, not directing, but just offering something from your own experience, if you wish. And let's do reverse alphabetical order, just for the fun of it. And yeah, so going to create the rooms and take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Okay. All right. Check the rooms. Oh, let me switch something around. Hold on a sec. Gonna recreate them. Hold on a sec. Okay, let's try that. Give me a moment. Okay, here we go. Okay. The rooms are closed. Everybody's back. So the first question that I have for you was, did that feel like enough time or not? If you feel like it was enough time, raise your hand and I'll go through. Yes, feels like enough time. I see a few hands. Okay. If it feels like that was not enough time, raise your hand. How many hands do I see? Not enough time. Okay. All right. I see half and half. Okay. We've got, all right. Okay, great. Great. So we have time for reflections now, a few minutes, either about the meditation, if any aha moments, surprises, questions, or about doing this practice in the group, this gratitude practice roundabout, what you might have noticed. Fred and Barbara. Fred or Barbara, or both.
Well, I'm the one who raised my hand, so I'll jump in unless you want to say something
No.
too. But I was just feeling how well this practice goes with the loving kindness. It feels like a very natural fit, and the three of us who were together, I think we all really enjoyed just bringing to mind things we are grateful for, and it's like a little thumbtack note on the wall of consciousness here that oh yeah, there's so much to remember. And it has to, you have to actually do it. You have to do it consciously. You have to remember, and then there is so very much to be thankful for in every day. And it seems like it builds on itself. It seems like you erect a kind of pyramid of conscious thankfulness about the day, and that makes it a better day. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Fred. And I appreciate the many observations you made. One being this sense of pyramid, this what I like to also call the virtuous cycle. Because when you start to condition yourself to see the good, then you start to see the good, and then you see more good, and then it becomes a virtuous cycle. Yeah. And when you said that, one practice I usually do in the evening when I lie in bed, before I sleep, I think of a few things I'm grateful for today. I kind of go through the day from the morning maybe to the evening. Oh, this happened and this happened, or that. That was lovely. That was, oh wow. So it really brings a lot of joy to my heart before I fall asleep. So I share that if you may want to try it on for size. Any other reflections? And you can also type them in chat. As you know, if you type them to me privately, I'll only read the reflection, not your name. So it'll be private. And if you like to type it to everyone, you're welcome to. Any other observations about this practice? Shaping our own reality through appreciation and gratitude. Okay. Barbara.
What I wanted to add to what Fred said was that he and another person in the breakout session said that they had done the gratitude email to someone else in the group that you pitched as an assignment 2 years ago. And they're continuing to do it. And that was something that they were grateful for. And so this virtuous cycle, you got yourself to thank for that. Just saying.
Love it, love it, love it. Thanks for bringing that in, Barbara. That makes me so happy. Just to no end. Thanks for sharing that. Oh my goodness, it's yay, Fred and whoever else, they're doing this for all this time. Yay! And thanks for bringing that in. May it inspire other people to start doing that in the community and our sangha. That is so awesome. Love it. Love it. Thank you so much, Barbara. That's so great. That's so great. Diana.
I was just happy and astonished to hear about the visual system and about the brain with many, many more pathways than the eyes. It goes a long way to explaining why, especially in the recent past, I've been looking for something, an important document, and I can't see it, and it's absolutely right in front of me in an envelope with its name on it. And the next morning it's there. There's been nobody around. There's something else happening in the brain, tension wise, whatever we're looking for or not. And it's happened several times recently, not seeing what's right there with distraction, whatever else is coming in the brain. That was an important scientific discovery. So
yeah, it's
thank you.
You're so welcome. It's so remarkable, really, just the way that we actually shape our reality, the way we perceive is it's not what we think it is, and has so many implications. Maybe actually what I'll share, and there's so much more in this book, the book where I learned this. There is so much in this book. It's been blowing my mind. Maybe I'll just share the name. It's called Helgoland. Helgoland, and I trust Neil will send it to the group, by Carlo Rovelli. I think it's Carlo Rovelli, and it's actually, the book is about, he's a physicist, and the book is about the not string theory, but the anyway, without getting into too much detail, it's maybe I'll bring some other details about the book in the next few sessions, but it's pretty awesome, pretty wild. Let's see if I'm trying to find. Yes, it's Carlo Rovelli, Rovelli. Anyway, so let's see. I think I saw another hand. I think that's it. I saw. Oh yes, it's 7:00. Yeah. Oh yes, it's about quantum theory. That's what I wanted to say. The book is about quantum theory, and it's very accessible, and it's pretty awesome and pretty wild, really pretty wild. So thank you all. Thank you for your practice. I am grateful for happy hour. I am grateful for you all. And that's one of the things that was coming up for me as I was doing this practice tonight. Among the many things I'm grateful for, I am grateful for happy hour. So grateful for you. Thank you. Thank you for your practice. Thank you for being part of this amazing, beautiful community. May all of you, may all of us, may all beings be well. May all beings be free. Thanks, everyone. Take good care. Be well.